Wisdom Wednesday number 84. What's the yoga in relationships? Question. My partner and I are having issues in our relationship. I feel he doesn't listen to me, and he only wants to fix me. I believe we want to connect, but our communication keeps breaking down. He seems frustrated, but doesn't share with me what's going on with him. What's wrong with us? I fear we will break up. Yeah. Okay. Relationship. What makes a relationship really go smooth so that you don't have these restraints or these attacks or these fights and these miscommunications and these breakdowns? And what makes a communication run smooth? Well, you have to develop honest, authentic communication from you to him, him to you. And it has to be something that is built between you. It's not, you can't do a quick fix like having sex after an argument. That's a quick fix. The quick fix approach is not what creates union for a long term. It's short. It works for a day maybe. But this long approach would be honest, authentic communication that you've developed over years. So there's an approach, a yogic approach to, or a formula, let's say, that will help couples. And the two steps are, one is getting an understanding of each other, and the second is coming up with an agreement about how to be with each other. So to do the first step, each of you need to invite the other to fully communicate their truths and their upsets and their difficulties without blaming the other. They just talk from, this is what's occurring for me, this is what's occurring for me. When you do this, this is what arises in me. So let's say you are listening to your partner and he's starting to talk about all the things that upset him. Now your job as the listener is to fully listen without explaining, interrupting, attacking, judging, coming up with a solution. You don't interrupt his communication. So he needs to fully communicate to you, trusting that your intention is to fully understand him. Then you will repeat back essentially what he said. That is what the points where he is in the upset, the points that is true for him. And when you speak back exactly what he said from his perspective, without you trying to explain yourself or attack him, or when you repeat back what he said, you have to be very pure in that repeating back, that you show him that you understand him. So your part is not taken care of yet. So you have to hold that part back and allow him to fully communicate. And then it changes over. So then, now you're going to be the one who gets to communicate your truths. And you have to teach him, or usually this is done in a facilitator environment first. So both, each partner learns how to do this communication skill well before you try to take it on yourself, because most people don't have the responsibility. There's too much charge built up between the two of you. So then he listens and you speak. You speak your truths, and then he has to repeat back what he understood you say. And then you will say, well, you didn't get this part. And so then you speak again, and then you ask him, can you repeat back what I said? And then he might repeat it back, not correct. So then you say, I'll say it again. And so you say it again, and then he repeats back until finally you feel that he's understood you in this specific point. So that understanding part will go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, until both of you come to an agreement that I understand you and I get that you understand me. Both have to happen before you go on to the next stage. So that's stage number one. And usually if you can get past this step, already your relationship is going to feel more connected, more union, because understanding is essential in a relationship. If you don't understand each other, then you know you're on the way out. Okay, so that's stage one. Stage two is now you both understand each other, but the issue is still there. The problem is still there. So now what you do is you go through this process called agreement. So partner A will come up with a suggestion about how to handle this specific issue, a very specific issue. I will take out the garbage on Tuesdays. And how can you work with dealing with the kids on, the rest of the time when I'm busy doing blah, blah, blah. And so then partner B will respond and say, yeah, I can handle dealing with the kids on this in this way, but I need help with you on this. And so that part goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until you both come up with an agreement. When you both feel that you have an agreement on that specific area, then you write down, I agree to do blah, 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 and each of you do that, and you give your partner what you've agreed to do, so that now both of you are accountable for your part in this agreement. And also in the agreement is if my partner doesn't do their part in this, then this is how I will behave. And then you come up with these points. And you also say that in the agreement, so that both of you are on the same page about this specific area. And you go through all the areas that you have difficulties with, and you clear all those communications by communicating honestly and authentically. And you'll notice that when you decide to come close with your partner, you'll start to realize that the other really is an aspect of myself. And this is the part that I want to get to know. I'm with this partner. There's something attracted me to this partner. And it's a part of myself that I want to get to know. So through this particular exercise of understanding the partner and then coming up with an agreement is your attempt to get closer. And union is both sides, both opposing parts will come together with the intention of union, which means full understanding, which means full knowing, which really means I understand I am you. You understand you are me. And in that is the true union in relationships. Okay, thank you very much, and see you next Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday. Bye.